What began as an experiment to bring my 11-year-old daughter into my business has evolved into Our Young Creators, a podcast, a training center, and a movement dedicated to equipping kids with real-world marketable skills so that they can fund their own brighter futures. We're here to inspire you to turn consumption time on devices into creation time and use technology as a tool to bond and not bicker with your kids. Join us each week as we share the inner workings of our partnership and bring you stories from guests of all ages and from all walks of life on our quest to nurture and to celebrate our young creators. Hello, everyone. I hope you are having an amazing day. I am so glad you are tuning in live, catching the replay, or maybe even listening to this on the podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lately, I have been getting a ton of questions about Alexa. Who the heck is this Alexa chick? What does she do? How can she help me? So today we are going to demystify Alexa. Hello, Kim. So glad to see you here. Kim and I just had a chat the other day, and I was sharing with her about my Alexa flash briefing, and she stopped me and said, I don't even understand what that is, so maybe you can explain it to me. So this discussion about Alexa came from that conversation. And I think it's a good lesson for all of us that we can get inspiration every direction that we look, whether it's a conversation we have with a friend, whether it's in person, online, an opportunity that we have. Everything for me becomes an exciting thing to be discovered and to uncover as we go along. So before we dive into this business of Alexa, I want to say welcome. If this is your first time joining me for a live stream video, my name is Yang Pratt. I'm a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer and change maker right here at Our Young Creators. Here at OYC, we help parents and kids bond, not bicker, over the use of technology. And the way that we do that is to equip kids and parents with skills to become creators, not just consumers. I'm thrilled you are joining me here today for this topic because it's one that I know you're going to be hearing loads more about in the future. And I want to make sure you're equipped with the right knowledge so you can make a decision as to whether or not this is a good tool for your business. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What is Alexa, or who is Alexa? Let's start there. So Amazon released a voice-activated device, much like a Google Home or an Apple Home. It's a device you can set on your desktop, your computer table, wherever you are, and you can speak to this device. And Alexa is the device connected to Amazon. So Amazon was really smart in the fact that they know that people are reordering some of the same things and want to be able to interact with their platform hands-free. And this is really huge because the future of searches on the internet for all sorts of things is quickly going into this modality of voice. We're all accustomed to talking to Siri on our iPhones. I don't know what the equivalent is on an Android, but you can ask for directions, you can ask for restaurants near you, you can ask all sorts of questions, and the device will go seek those things out on the internet and bring you back responses. Just like you would put into the Google keyword, the Google search bar, you can ask a question and Google gives you back answers. Now, these devices are connected to the internet and they're able to scroll through the internet and grab everything related to your particular search. What is really smart about Amazon and what they've done with their device is you can literally tell this device, which is called Alexa, you can say things like, Alexa, reorder my toilet paper. Alexa, subscribe me to this podcast. Alexa, do all these things. And Alexa can do those things for you. And in some ways, it's really cool. I love to be on the cutting edge, especially with technology. I love tech and gadgets and gear and love diving into them to explore the possibilities so that I can come back here with you and share really key takeaways so you can make an informed decision about whether or not you like the platform, want to pursue the platform, or implement something into your business using this new technology. Now, the cool thing is that I jumped into Alexa several months back. I had a mentor who was talking about Alexa, and at the time, I, like probably many of you, had no idea what Alexa was or what a flash briefing or a skill was. So, just to back up again, Alexa is a device connected to Amazon where you can speak and give it directions, and it can do things like order things on Amazon for you. And now they have this thing called a flash briefing. So for the most part, a flash briefing is a daily mini show. So our flash briefing is called Raising Creators. And every day we're bringing you a small little bite-sized chunk, and I'm talking 2 or 3 minutes that you can listen to first thing in the morning, and you can do it right from your Amazon shopping app on your phone. Super easy, super portable, and it's just a new way to connect with potential clients and people who really want to find out more about the things that you are offering in the world. For example, at Raising Creators, we talk all about different things business-wise and parent-wise about how we can start to raise these kids who go on to become the innovators, the leaders, and the creators not only of their own brighter futures, but creators of technology and innovations we're going to be using in years to come. So it's a really exciting topic. I love to talk about it and share my takeaways of doing things like bringing my kids into my business and how that has shifted the dynamic and how we make that work. We talk about ways to take care of yourself better. We talk about all sorts of little things that are part of the bigger picture of raising creators, because we're not single-faceted, we're all multifaceted with lots of different parts that make up the whole. It's the mom part, it's the parent part, the business owner part, the self-improvement part, the motivation part. All those things are brought together in a really short format. So here's what I would love for you to do. If you are on your phone, I want you to grab your phone and search for an app. So if you're on an iPhone, you would go to the App Store, and I think Android has an equivalent. You would search for the Alexa app. And Alexa looks kind of like a horseshoe. It makes this loop like that, and it's kind of a light blue in the background color. So the first thing you need to do is to be able to listen to these little mini shows is install the Alexa app on your phone. Once you've done that, you can also, most people have this already, is the Amazon shopping app. So you'll have two things on your phone to be able to listen to these flash briefings, is what they're called. When you have installed the app on your phone, the Alexa app, you have to activate something called a skill. Now, I don't know why Amazon decided to have two different terms for a flash briefing and a skill, but if you want to subscribe to someone's show, you have to enable the skill on the app. And then once you've done that, over in Amazon, up in the right-hand corner, you'll see a little Alexa symbol. And when you press on the Alexa, and you can ask her for your news. You can simply say, Alexa, what's my news? And any skill that you're subscribed to will play automatically. So any new show that comes up for anyone that you've subscribed to, you can listen to. And the cool thing is, because they're 2 or 3 minutes, you can start your day off with some great positivity, great motivation. And I love to give challenges on our flash briefing to challenge you as a parent to try something, as a business owner to implement something, because it's all about giving your audience a small win and another way to connect with you. And I, for one, am here to tell you that I don't want to create more work for you. But when you think about your flash briefing, you have to really think about how can you reuse or recycle or repurpose what you have already created. And what I love to do is we host a podcast that releases twice a week on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So on Wednesday and Thursday morning in particular, I like to direct people to my website to listen to the full episode of the podcast. So again, another way for them to interact, get to know you quickly, because it's super, super short. They can listen on the go, and then you can have them take an action. I often will have them go to my website to interact or listen. I will have people tag me over on Instagram to let me know their takeaways, just to be able to give, again, our clients and the people that we serve another way to connect with you on a different kind of level, right? It's a different thing than a regular podcast because it's very short form. And that's what I love about it. I love to be able to break things down, and it's honestly a challenge for me to keep it within 2 to 3 minutes because I like to give you lots of details. I like to break things down in a really significant way so that you can take action on those things. So it's been a new challenge for myself to be able to distill things down in little bite-sized chunks. The cool thing is you can do it on the go. You can use the recording app on your phone to create these on the fly. I love to batch them together. Usually Mondays are my days where I'll take an hour and I can book out 7 to 10 to 12, depending on sort of how the day is flowing. Yesterday, I just recorded and published, I think, the next 7 episodes, and I just love to do that. It's a great way to start Monday because it makes me assess what you've already created and the things that I'm learning as I go as a mom and as a business owner that I can distill down so that everyone can listen in a really short form content. And if you are using your desktop to access Amazon, you can enable the skill right there. So if you go to Amazon.com and you type in Raising Creators, you're going to see my face pop up and you can actually enable that skill. From there, you can go back to your phone and you can tell Alexa to play the flash briefing for you. So I should have actually had my phone with me. I'm going to grab my phone, which is behind my computer, and I'm going to give you a live demonstration of what Alexa can do for you on the phone. Give me one moment. Mary Jo, yes, Alexa is a really cool thing to use, and I just adore it. And again, it's a challenge for me to keep my messages super short. So I have my phone. So all I'm going to do is click on the Amazon app. So Amazon pops up for me. So up here in the corner, you'll see you have the shopping cart, you have the notifications, you have the little circle thing next to the camera. And the circle thing, the horseshoe shaped thing, is Alexa. So if I click on Alexa, and I can say, whoops, I pushed the wrong button, sorry. Alexa, what's my news?
Here's your flash briefing. From Young Pratt, this is Raising Creators.
Welcome back to Raising Creators, your daily flash briefing.
From Rachel Income. The Soulpreneur Studio does not contain.
So it is that super easy. And Mary Jo, I don't have an Alexa device either. I have a Google Home that I got when I purchased some software, and one of our friends gave our girls an Apple Home. So I have not purchased an Alexa, and you don't actually need one. But shh, don't let Amazon know that I said that, right? Because you can do it from your phone. Once you have enabled the skill from the app, there's all sorts of different shows there. And the other really cool thing I want to point out in the differentiation between podcast and flash briefing is that there are millions of podcasts available, right? So the sea is getting fuller and fuller by the day of podcasts. I'm definitely a proponent that everyone needs to be on the podcasting platform because it's a great way to distinguish yourself from someone else who does a similar kind of business. People get to know and trust and like you in a different format and can sort of be on the outskirts and get more comfortable with you as they go. Over on Alexa, when I launched my flash briefing, I think there were something like a couple thousand, right? So millions or hundreds of thousands versus a couple thousand. So the potential opportunity to find a following on Amazon is growing exponentially versus the podcast, right? So they're different sort of things. I definitely like the idea of having both because, it's all about creating content and repurposing it for me. I am the queen of repurposing and love to show other business owners how to do it because it's the one thing that has changed so much in my business. And Kim said, yes, we need both. That is absolutely correct. So let me give you sort of a little scenario of how I might build a relationship. So if somebody is over on Amazon and they're looking for ideas on raising kids or parenting, they might come across my flash briefing. From there, at the end, I always provide a call to action. That call to action recently has been, hey, tag me over on Instagram with your biggest takeaway. Sometimes I will direct them back to Facebook to a video interview that I did with somebody that I'm giving an overview of during the flash briefing. Once they join me in one place or another, there's an open door to my website and all of the different things we offer here at Our Young Creators. So it's just a really cool tool to have in your toolbox. It's really simple to create. And my advice is once you start creating them, just let them flow. When I try to go back and fix things because I'm a recovering perfectionist, if I try to make it sound perfect without me stumbling or repeating something, or I think it doesn't sound great, I will actually just press that big X to delete it and start again. However, what I have found from doing this now for a couple of months is that if I do it more than once, often each version gets worse and worse, meaning I delete it more often as I go along. If I just have an idea and run and do it one time, that's much easier for me. And there's also a cool way that you can automate this as well with being here live on Facebook. So if you are going live on Facebook and you're interested in using flash briefings and being able to use them here on Facebook and repurpose them over on Amazon, send me a message and let's have a chat, because it is super, super cool. And as my friend Kim White, who is watching now, would say, it is super sexy. This application of Amazon and voice activated devices is growing in popularity. So my encouragement for you today is to think about how you might be able to incorporate something like a daily mini show and how that could serve your audience. How can that serve you to help you make a bigger impact and reach more of the people that need you in their lives? Hello, Tara. I'm so glad to see you here. Mary Jo, I'm glad you're here as well. Kim, yes, I am a recovering perfectionist. Aren't we all? I think that's the challenging thing for me about being an entrepreneur is I want things to be perfect. I listened to a podcast the other day and I speak about it on the Flash Briefing about we have to be okay with doing B- work. If we are striving for the A+ work, one, we're never ever putting things out into the world that other people can benefit from. And two, we're just waiting too long to be able to share our messages and share our passions and our unique gifts and strengths with the world. So, my friends, I would love to know whether you think a flash briefing might be something you're interested in learning more about. Let me know in the comments, type I'm in, and let's have a little conversation about the application of this little simple mini show and how it could impact your business for the positive. If you have more questions about who Alexa is, what it can do, or how you can benefit it, just let me know. I'm here for you. I love learning for you. I love creating deeper connections with all of you who are here watching these videos and engaging on this page. So let's take it to the next level and have a little conversation. If you're ready to harness the power of technology and get your message out into the world in a big way to make the impact you know you were meant to make for yourself, for your business, or with your family, head over to Instagram or Facebook and message me at Our Young Creators and let me know that you're ready to be our next graduate in the upcoming Podcast in a Weekend class.